So I remember I talked to Breezy. So your dad is a gangster disciple. Growing up, though, was he trying to prevent you from joining that, or was he
No,
sort of hands off
actually,
with it?
like all honesty, like he had me to like, if you're gonna be anything, you're gonna be a GD. So when I was coming up, bro, like probably until when I got to my teenagers, I was like running around like, yeah, I'm a GD. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why a lot of niggas try to, oh, Breezy was GD. I don't care about that shit because I know what was going on. My niggas know what was going on. Like when as a man, like when I'm really in the streets, that I was black disciple. You know, so they can't tell me nothing about it. But it's really all the same shit. Kind of the laws is kind of the same. Like a lot of shit, bro. Like it's really stupid.
Right. Like our hood mixed with GDs and BDs. Um, a lot of other hoods, I mean, not mixed with GDs and BDs. It just depends on whatever hoods you go to. Some hoods just strictly BDs, some hoods strictly GDs. But our hood, you know what I'm saying? I can't speak on nobody else's hood. Our hood mixed with GDs, BDs, different type of gangs, people who not even in the gang. You know what I'm saying? Just different shit. Like we really don't discriminate. Like we fuck with who we fuck with. You know what I'm saying? And we don't give a fuck what you is.
Right. So it seems like there's not like a real line between GDs and BDs. Is it more like a clique kind of thing?
I mean, yeah, it's more like a clique kind of thing. So it depends on where you from. Because GDs, it's GD hoods into it with GD hoods. You know what I'm saying? It could be BD hoods into it with BD hoods. I mean, that's not likely for BDs to be into it with BDs. But, you know what I'm saying? It can actually happen. And it's more like of a clique thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where everything going on in Chicago. It really don't matter what you is. Like, it's just where you from.
Right. And this is kind of goes back to the whole thing of there's no real leadership
Right.
of any of these gangs. It's just you got a crew of guys that claim something
I
and
mean, in some gangs, it's still leadership. You know what I'm saying? But with most of like the newer gangs and the upcoming gangs, you know what I'm saying? Because some gangs, they got generations and generations and generations, like dating all the way back to the 70s. You know what I'm saying? Certain hoods, you know what I'm saying? Certain hoods just made up like 2011, 2010. They just, some niggas came together and said, oh, this is what we gonna call ourselves. We gonna be this, we gonna be that. You know what I'm saying? So it just really depends. There's certain hoods that still got leadership. There's certain hoods that don't.
I mean, with your situation, was your family generationally in gangs, or is this something that you just started doing yourself?
Yeah, my dad, he was a new breed. You know what I'm saying? My cousins, they was BDs. You know what I'm saying? I had uncles that was GDs. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of family members that was in gangs. So
Okay,
I grew up around it.
okay. So a new breed. Well, I haven't heard that before. What is that?
New breed is like, well, I don't know really too many about breeds. They kind of in a sort of way like BDs. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They BGN. They like some back in the day shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? They throw up trays like we throw up trays. So it's like, I don't really know too much about them. So, you know, I don't want to speak on it. I don't know too much about it. But they
Okay,
originated from like the west side of Chicago, basically.
okay, fair enough. So you were friends with L.A. Capone.
Yeah, that was my
Okay, how
boy.
close were you guys? How close were you guys?
Real close, real close. I mean, this how I go. Like, when I started music. I used to do music. My boy Hoodo, Huncho Hoodo, you know what I'm saying? He actually one of the artists under my label, 10600. Back then, his brother had a studio. We used to go to his brother's studio and record. You know what I'm saying? One day, we actually bought the studio from his brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? We need to buy this shit and start recording ourselves. So we used to do songs, like, you know what I'm saying? For each other and shit, like just for the hood. Like we do songs just to go to our block and like, man, listen to this shit. Play this shit in our cars, you know what I'm saying? Ride around, listen to this shit off the speakers, the bass and shit, you know what I'm saying? Then Huncho Hoodo, Young Famous, and Rio, they started this group called the Bezel Boys, you know what I'm saying? I ain't want to be in the group, you know what I'm saying? They had their own little group thing going on. They really was taking the rap shit serious. I wasn't really taking it that serious back then. You know what I'm saying? They was really trying to do something with it. You know what I'm saying? So this around the time when Keith came about. This is kind of we was introduced to Keith, Chief Keith. You know what I'm saying? Keith was already doing music, but Keith ain't had no videos. None of us had no videos. You know what I'm saying? This was like 2011. No, that's like 2010. No matter of fact, this was like 2009, 2010. know what I'm saying? We had the studio up. We was doing studio. We got introduced to Chief Keef. Chief Keef was doing music. We started doing music with Chief Keef. Now, this when all the videos started coming about. I met S. Dot in like, probably like 2009, 10, 11. You know what I'm saying? S. Dot already had videos. I'm like, damn, this nigga got videos and shit. How the fuck you getting these videos, bro? He like, man, I do this shit myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm how you recording? I record myself. I'm damn, nigga, you doing this shit by yourself? Like, you know what I'm saying? So pretty much, I'm like, S. Dot, put me in tune, bro. Like, I need videos. You know what I'm saying? I shot my first video, What Up? The video did like 100,000. I'm like, damn, this shit going crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, S. Dot like, bro, you got to keep going, bro. Don't just stop here type shit. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we started doing more shit. You know what I'm saying? I think I got to my second video was called Boston Shit. You know what I'm saying? I had Keith. If you go back and watch it, I had Keith in it, had Dirk in it. Dirk when he had the dreads and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like one of the only rappers from the hood that was like actually doing views back then. You know what I'm saying? I was actually one of the first rappers from the hood that be the first on the radio. You know what I'm saying? So I had, when Keith blew up, actually like in 2011, I had fell back off the music because my crib had got hit by the feds. They actually was going up to every school in the area, every high school, showing the principal pictures of me like, you know this guy, you know this guy. That's when like the violence kicked off. You know what I'm saying? Everything, when all the shootings and all the killings and shit started kicking off. My name was getting said so much, like, you know what I'm saying? The rival neighborhoods and rival hoods was saying my name so much, they had got me hot. You know what I'm saying? I had fell back off the music. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? I had went to go get put up, you know what I'm saying? Go away for a while, like, man, fuck this shit. I can't, you know what I'm saying? This shit too hot. They kick my crib in, they looking for me. You know what I'm saying? I get out of there. Next thing I know, like a year later, the nigga Keith, you know what I'm saying? Nigga done blew up. You know what I'm saying? I come back, I'm like, fuck it. I'm back in this music shit, man. Like, my nigga Keith turning up, I'm about to turn up type shit. You know what I'm saying? We do a song called Gucci, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you ever heard of it or, you know what I'm saying? We do a song called Gucci. Yeah, we do a song called Gucci. The song actually blew up. Like, it was on the radio in the Countdown in Chicago, playing in all the clubs. It's still playing to this day. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like the first nigga from my hood, you know what I'm saying, to do the music shit, you know what I'm saying? And like, I always had other ways out this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like music ain't my only way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I got good education. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went to school. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could leave the streets. I could jump out the streets, go get a job, go get a great ass job. You know what I'm saying? And just do me and live my life. You know what I'm saying? But I started the Team 600 shit for my guys. You know what I'm saying? Me and S. Dot was the first people. LA was the first motherfucker I signed. You know what I'm saying? LA came to me with this song. He had a song called Murder. He played like, bro, I really want to do this music shit, bro. I see you doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Team 600, this what it is. We gonna kick this shit off. LA, you are artist now. You know what I'm saying? We turned up. I started helping him with his music, started putting him on my songs. I was doing crazy shows back then, you know what I'm saying? I used to take LA and Nine, because that's when Nine came into the shit. Nine like, man, I want to do this music shit. I want to turn up too, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck it, man. I'm taking both of y'all every chance I ever had when I went on the show, you know what I'm saying? I even took them niggas to do their first show. I had a show downtown somewhere in Chicago. Like, you know what I'm saying? I performed. It was a performance for me. I'm like, man, they wanted me to perform some shit. I'm like, fuck that shit. We performing 600. You know what I'm saying? I want my niggas to get on stage. I want them to turn up. I want them to get this life. I want them to see how this shit is. You feel me? So that's how it went. I took Nine in LA with me to any show I had, like, to do a lot of shit because I want them to see this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they were seeing that shit. They like, bro, we want this shit, bro. Like, we love this shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's how that shit went, though.
Okay. And then L'A Capone ends up getting killed.
Right? He wound up getting killed in the studio, like over Easter shit. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of shit to the shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk about that shit really. But, you know what I'm saying? Fucked up thing about it, man. Bro wound up getting killed. You know what I'm saying? The shit. Tragic, man. You know? Just fucked up situation.
Right. And he was how old at the time?
I think he was like 17 or 18 or something. If I'm not mistaken.
Sad, man. Sad.
Yeah, shit crazy. You know what I'm saying?
So
That shit hurt all hard, man, to see that shit happen because he was he was blowing up, know what I'm saying? He had like back then when Doe B was alive, I remember Doe B was tweeting him and shit as he was blowing up, know what I'm saying? T.I. and them was reaching out to him. It was a lot of motherfuckers actually reaching out to LA, like, you know what I'm saying? So that shit, when that shit kinda happened, you know what I'm saying? That shit like really hurt. You feel me?
Yeah, and you know, when I interviewed 600 Breezy, well, you start rapping after your friend L'A Capone got killed.
Yeah. Like I was like play rapping before that, but I wasn't like putting shit out, you know. But like once he died, and like niggas just kept dropping diss, like, you know, trying to get famous off his name.
So people were dropping songs, basically
Just
making fun of your friend's death.
disrespecting him, like they had anything to do with it.
He said that he started rapping after L'A Capone passed, and people started speaking down on him in songs and so forth.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how I go. That's how it really, how the music beef started. People, I mean, our ops, they always speak upon our dead people. We'll speak upon their dead people. You know what I'm saying? People always, that's just how it was. They had one of our dead homies' name in their mouth. You know what I'm saying? So we'll make a song about one of their dead homies. You know what I'm saying? Retaliation. You know what I'm saying? And the shit was actually going far. Like the shit was, you know what I'm saying? Like through all that negative shit, like it was actually positive things in the music that was happening. Like we was starting to blow up off that shit.